Hi, good day to everybody. We're here starting off. We're basically doing a small project right here. We're trying to make a new bolt for my lathe tool bolts. It's a size CA, but unfortunately I can't cut the bolt right now with the current tool holder, so we're gonna make do with actually setting up a small stand-in for it in the meantime. What I got right here right now, we're taking a piece of probably cold roll. I'm not too sure what it is, but it's just a piece of metal that I have on the side. Chopped off a piece of it, and right now I'm just cutting up a little bit of the excess out. Trying to go through a little bit fast here on the editing on the video since it takes me a longer time. From what you can see, a few right here is actually using the mill's traverse on the head instead of the table. Unfortunately, this mill doesn't have a proper table right now. That's a project to come later on. So please enjoy. I'll try to do a brief description as we jump through the steps. So pretty much here, since I got limited capability with it, just pretty much plunging a few thousands and then moving the whole assembly on top back and forth. This is going to be a repetitive action that I have to take throughout the course of this project, but just bear with me. Hopefully in the near future we'll be able to make something for this mill. So now at this point, I'm just going ahead and clean off all the extra chips, making sure they're off to the side. At this point, I'm just checking to make sure that the block does slide. The lathe tool post. I forget right now the name, but I'll find it later. Just making sure that it slides through. It does. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and pass a small cleaning cut just to make sure that all the cuts are at the same height. Once I was able to make sure that it does fit properly, I'm just taking off a small high-speed steel bit that's serving as a parallel. Unfortunately right now I don't have any at hand, so we'll make do with what we have in the shop. So at this point, I just need to cut a couple, it's not potatoes, it's not rabbits, that's it. So, this piece at one point right here in the middle has a little bit of excess from welding where it was attached. So right now I'm just cutting off a little bit at the top, and slowly, go back and forth until I cut that rabbit all the way through, and then I'll just flip it over. So then at this point, I'm just going and checking, make sure I got enough clearance to slide through. I need 400 thousandths thickness just to pass through, and at this point I'm good. So let's just go ahead and swap it over sides, and we'll just repeat the operation one more time. Alright, so at this point the rabbit's already been cut clear. You can see right here, slides nice and freely, no issues. Both sides are same thickness, so you're halfway through there right now. So all that's left now is I proceeded with changing this is an ER40 collet chuck, so just swapping it over, kind of change and put over the drill chuck. So this drill chuck, it's kind of a little bit tight right there. Just barely managed to, it's I think it's 21-30 seconds, I think, but I'll check back later. Just barely fits in there, so just enough to help me, cut through the hole so I can the proper size, so that I can cut the threads off on the plaque. Add a little bit of oil, and here we go. After successfully, cutting the hole through, I'm going to go ahead and power tap this hole. It's much faster than me trying to do it by myself. I've seen a couple videos where others do this, and it's not too hard with this mill. Just bringing down the speed down to 80 RPMs, and it goes through, just like a charm. Besides the tap slipping on the chuck if it needs to, also this mill, the pulleys, they're not too tight, so if it starts to bind, then the motor just slips, so it's not too bad. As you can see, it's just a quick, simple operation, and much faster than if I could. And now I'm here, I'm just testing out, making sure it does fit the bolt. Looks good, so let's go ahead and test it out. At this point, it looks very promising. We'll be able to start making our proper tool post bolt, and so be on the lookout for part 2. I'll be posting that one soon enough, as soon as I cut it. And from what I had a few test cuts, it does work very good, and I'll keep you posted on this. Be on the lookout. And thank you again for taking your time. Hope you liked it, and please subscribe.